At the Museum of Geology that overlooks the Scottish Parliament, tectonic changes for a reunited kingdom, a vow to Scotland fulfilled, says the Prime Minister.
The Scottish Parliament will have more control of its tax and spending, making it one of the most powerful devolved parliaments in the world. The Scottish Parliament will combine the freedom to decide what happens in Scotland's schools, hospitals, surgeries, police stations, with the responsibility of determining how around 60% of public money in Scotland is spent.
Unprecedented new powers published ahead of Sunday's Burns Night schedule set in the febrile last days of the independence referendum campaign. Income tax bands and rates will be devolved, as will the age for voting and powers over some, though not all, welfare payments. Yet even as these draft 44 clauses were published, the Scottish Government claimed they fell short of expectations, that in key areas of welfare policy, for example, there would remain a London veto.
Proposals that were put forward by the Smith Commission leave more than 80% of social security spending in the hands of Westminster, something like 70% of all tax setting in the hands of Westminster. So I don't think they go far enough. I don't think they live up to the promise of home rule that was made during the referendum.
Not true, said the Lib Dem UK Treasury Chief, fighting off the SNP advance in his seat.
Home rule is being a parliament that is able to be financially self-sustaining, that is able to take decisions. If we want to spend more in certain areas, increase taxes to pay for it. By raising the majority of the money that is spent here in the Scottish Parliament, it gives a whole new set of powers.
The First Minister's complaints about a Westminster veto over Scottish plans come at the very moment that the SNP starts to plan for a world where it is the kingmaker over England and the rest of the United Kingdom in a post-election hung parliament. There are various fault lines, tax, welfare and devolution flowing through today's announcements, but there are constitutional fissures too. The coalition will part company over Conservative plans expected imminently, which could use today's announcement of Scottish income tax powers to make the case to strip Scottish MPs of votes over UK income tax. Right now, with the SNP riding high in the polls, to the contrary, the SNP suggesting they will start to use their votes on English-only matters.
Devolution having taken place in the way it has, the English dimension is simply not being recognised, and that something's got to be done to make sure that there is fairness in the system and that England's nationhood is recognised.
And so the aftershocks from the independence referendum in Scotland will continue to the general election and beyond. Faisal Islam, Sky News in Edinburgh.